So it's been quite a while since I actually made a video. Tonight's going to be the rats. Won't be using this one, it'll be my air arms. I've just been out looking for a few problem birds, but later on, back on the rats, and I'm actually going to try something different. I'm actually going to try use a red lamp instead of my night vision. Just for a bit of fun really, just to see. If that doesn't go well, then I'll obviously stick my night vision back on, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. So yeah, come back to this farm. This is the farm which doesn't usually have a lot of rats, but over the last few months, for some reason, there's been a lot. Come back and there are a few rats. I had a quick look with my thermal. So we're going to give it a go. I doubt we're going to get as much as last time, which was about 46 I think, but hopefully if I can get into double figures, well, that'll be a good night for me. Well, it's a little bit dark in the car, but I've just got here. I'm just going to go see how we can get on tonight. Well, I have my thermal with me, just having a little look round this area. As you can see, all those little dots of orange on the floor, they are all rats. And the bathtub there, just on the left, you can see them hiding just behind. I did have a small issue at the start. I've actually already killed 4 rats, but I didn't quite set up my torch just quite right, so my camera wasn't quite picking up. So this is actually the 5th rat that I'm onto now. So in theory, that's my 8th one down. I'm not doing too bad so far. Just notice this other one, and that's 9. Red torch seems to be working pretty well so far. They don't seem spooked. I've noticed this one running along the top of the girders on the roof. I was taking an aim. This is around 25 yards. I'm actually having to range using my own instinct. Because I don't have night vision, I can't use my laser rangefinder. I'm having to turn the torch on and then roughly guess whereabouts I need to aim. And so far, I'm doing pretty good. Well, the red lamp seems to be working, seems to be getting quite a few so far. Not quite sure how many I've got, but I know that I've got quite a few in quick succession. They don't seem scared by it, they don't seem startled, but if after a while they keep seeing all the family and friends dead around, they might associate the red spotlight as danger, but so far too stupid, and well, they keep coming out and just having a good look at my lamp. Yeah, I'm going to keep on going, see how many more I can get. If they start getting a little bit startled, then yeah, I'll switch over to the my pod. No, every time, man. Never learn. So far, I'm really surprised how many rats there are. This red lamp seems to be doing pretty good. There's definitely a lot more rats than I expected. That's 19 down so far, and we're still going. So, I was out last night ratting, got 20 rats using the red torch. I would have stayed longer, but it was getting a bit late at night and I had work in the morning. So, I'm going to continue this one tonight, same again, red torch, and the good thing about using this red torch is I can use my Eagle Vision with my GoPro. But what I quickly want to talk about is just this cheap setup. So if you're on a budget and you don't need to go and spend loads, yeah, I just want you to ignore the fact I've got a S510 and a GRS stock, yeah, because I know it's not exactly cheap, but you can easily get something like a Camo Fox, or maybe even a Springer. But yeah, so all I'm going to do is just quickly show you how this mounts up. To some of you, this is just like, I'm teaching you how to suck eggs. Okay, so if this is not for you, then yeah. Okay, so instead of using my night vision, my pod, I tried the red torch, and it's really, really cheap. Just get yourself a red one, and there will be a link in the video description below where you can get these two parts for the torch and the figure 8 clamp. So I'll show you how quick and easy it is to fit and how effective it is. So if I'm getting myself ready to go out shooting, this is, oh, there you go, my rifle falling over. Stay. So this is the figure of 8 clamp. And all you simply do, just wind it out a little bit. Make sure there's a suitable spot for it to go. It just sits there. Here's the torch, which is a Opticfire T50. And I've actually got the red pill in there. Really simple enough to use. And all you do is just slip that in there, tighten it back up. There you go. That's it. That's all I was using last night. Another good thing about this torch, because it is a really relatively cheap option. Not sure how much they are, but maybe £40–50, and that's a decent one. See how much these are. Simple operation, one button, That'll turn it on, off. However, there's 3 modes on this. Now you're not going to be able to see it during the day. Okay, so if I lightly press, that's a low mode. Lightly press again, medium, lightly press again. That's high mode. And it'll save it. So if I turn off now, turn it back on, it goes on to the last mode that it was on, which was high power. But anyway, that's enough of me yapping. If you want any of these products, just go into the video description. I'll list as much as I can for all the kit that I use in that particular video, with links to buy. So if there's anything that you like on here, then just head down there. Anyway, this is day 2 now. Let's go clear up the rest of these rats. Day 2, straight back on it to the rats. Still plenty around. Still not spooked at all by this red torch, so I'm going to carry on using it. That's 22 in total so far. I'm actually quite enjoying using a red lamp. It's a change actually, and it's quite nice to actually turn the lamp on and you can actually see everything around you instead of just sticking your eye on a night vision eyepiece and just going blind in one eye. This, you get to see everything. You can actually see the rat, you can see where it's running off to in a big wide field of view. But it's also a really cheap method as well. At this point the battery died on my torch, but luckily I brought my pod MV007 with me, and I just happened to come across all these rats which are hiding behind a bath. I was told that they like to go in this certain area and they're pretty much piling on top of each other. So I'm back to using the pod, and you'll probably notice that I've actually got my laser rangefinder back on. So it actually feels a bit like I'm cheating. We're now up to 37. This is a hell of a lot more than what I expected.
So I've just got number 42. I noticed that this one just keeps popping its head up and down, so I'm just keeping my eye on it. I'll just give it a cock. Maybe I'll get an opportunity. Keep popping your head up. Now we're on to 43. At this point I'm just about to call it a night. I've actually gone back to my car, just packing up, and the last thing to put in the car was my rifle. And I've just taken my magazines out, and then this rat just appeared right in front of me. Actually there was a couple, so I quickly got my magazine out, put one pellet into the magazine, quickly ran out. Well, I say quickly, I was going very slowly because they were really close to me. Laid myself onto the floor, got comfortable. It was a nice and dry night. I managed to get one more before the end of the night. So in total, I think I got 49.50 in 2 days. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, but that was a hell of a lot more than I expected. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Leave comments, because it really does help my channel to try and get back to where it was before.